Glodzik Tournament 2007 here at the Hinchy Gym. And we have a nice matchup tonight. The Rutland Rec Heat taking on the Rutland Rec Celtics. You're looking at the Heat, coached by Chris Sullivan. Celtics coached by Rick Drake. And I'll go to the outside mic. And I will get the great announcement of Pat Lahan, as he's been with the tournament forever, and he just does a great job of building atmosphere and getting everybody all pumped up. And it's nothing like being a player and having your name announced. You get to run out to that big center court. And it's nothing like the enthusiasm of all the young athletes. It's been a great tournament. We have 3 teams of the Final Four decided. This game will decide the 4th and final team to make it to the semifinals.
Okay, for the Rutland Rec Heat, number 22, Ian Sargent. Number 3, tough season with injuries, but Joe Sullivan. Number 13, Nicholas Sweet. Starting lineup for the Rutland Rec Heat. Guard, number 34, Nicholas Davis. At guard, number 20, Scott Crosby. At forward, number 25, Cameron Moore. At guard, number 23, Kyle Arnold. And at serve, number 21, okay, for the Celtics, number 31, Jacob Sargent. Number 14, Mike Rock. Starting lineup for the Celtics. At forward, number 5, Jonah. Number 24, Taylor Duffy. At guard, number 30, Andrew Ray. At center, number 22, Dalton Mitchell. And at guard, number 23, Jeffrey. Okay, with the Heat and the Celtics are ready, let's get it on.
We're all set to go. Like I said, this is the 4th of whoever wins. This will be the 4th and final team to make it to the Final Four, and it should be a good one. These teams are very familiar with each other. They play each other throughout the regular rec season, and again, the Heat in the black and the Celtics in the white, trimmed out in green, and we're set. And Casarino with a tossed-up ball, and right off the bat, oh, I thought he was going to go for the layup, and the shot blocked out by Arnado. And it's going to be white basketball. It went down to Drake, and he was on his way into the hole, and he tried to make that one extra pass. And now Hart will take the ball out of bounds, number 23. Celtics in the white, trying to bring the ball in, looking for the first points. And Mitchell will spin, try to work it in against Arnado. There's that little jump hook, and it won't go. Nice move, put back, no good. Ball tipped around and controlled. Celtics with a couple second chances now, and Drake, who last night against the Pistons, when that overtime win against the Pistons was just electrifying from the outside, as he was able to light it up from the three-point arc. That's his first shot, and trying to use the glass, no good. The ball tipped around and controlled by Hart. He'll go to Mitchell, and again in the paint, up and got it, 2 points. So Dalton Mitchell will get the first basket of the ball game, and again, that was just good old-fashioned rebounding right there by the Heat, and that's going to be a 1 and out, as 21 taking a shot was Paul Arnado, and this will be Drake bringing the basketball down. I'll do the rosters for both teams throughout the contest. I'll keep reading it on, and we'll just rotate back and forth between huddles, and that's going to be baseline, running one-hander, no good, hit the back of the backboard, he'll come down, and here's the push the other way. The Heat nowhere to go quick as the defense got there and really slowed down that quick push opportunity, as we will have the Heat set up their shot now. And number 23 with a nice move down there defensively is Arnold. Baseline, got it. Oh, what a nice move by Crosby. Scott Crosby with a soft shot and the bucket. We're tied at 2. Hart with nothing but court to work with across the timeline. Get to the elbow, cut inside. He's in the paint, up, and can't get the finish. Rebound will come down, and boy, good communications right there about the traffic coming up behind him. And Arnold able to get to the arc, and that's where Drake will guard him, and this is going to be outside Arnado. Got it! Oh, that thing was just so patient, dancing on the rim, and Paul Arnado will make it 4-2 now as the Heat take the lead. Chris Sullivan, their head coach. Oh, look at this hook shot. Almost goes. There's another offensive rebound, and they've gotten a ton of them, and that's going to be slapped right out. Up and no. Another offensive rebound. High off the glass, no good. Rebound up and no. It's just a shooting gallery down there for the Celtics right now. And somehow, the Heat came out with the basketball. At least 6, maybe 7 offensive rebounds already in the basketball game for the Heat, or for the Celtics, I mean, but they can't convert them into points on that particular trip. Arnado up, and boy, that was a tough shot. He had to get over the top of the big man. Mitchell was coming out. Drake with the basketball in the front court to Hart. Hart with the one dribble. There's a diagonal pass. Mitchell up, and he decided not to dunk it. And Dalton Mitchell having a huge ball game. It's 5-4 now. The Celtics with the lead over the Heat. Oh, excuse me, 4-4. I keep looking at that scoreboard, and I knew there's only 2 baskets made, and that's going to be off the glass. And boy, I tell you, Mitchell just owning the glass both offensively and defensively, limiting the Heat to 1 and outs right now. And with 3 minutes to go, this has been a very rapidly played, whistle-free first quarter play. Good teams, good coaches, and good officiating. That's going to be off the rim. Look at that job right there by Mitchell. Another offensive rebound, and they can't convert. Mitchell one more time. That was partially blocked, and it's going to come back to Hart. He was blocked by Arnado, and it's going to be saved and taken over by Arnado. There's the outlet to Arnold. Arnold into the front court, and then look at the defense. Get back here. Behind the back goes Arnold. He wants to go baseline. Too quick a feet by Drake. He took it away. They'll bring it all the way back up around the screen. And, well, I was waiting. They'll go to Arnado. He'll bring it back. There's the ball fake from the three-point line, and nice patient offense, not rushing stuff. There's the ball fake, gives him a little run, blocked by Mitchell. The long pass up ahead, Drake with that blinding speed, up and too strong. Oh, what a duck underneath, and the recovery and the block. And Arnold will get the finish on the other end, 6-4 the Heat. Oh, okay, somebody called, Celtics called a timeout. And since they're the home team and I'm on this side of the court, we'll come right over to the Celtics and we'll read their roster to you in a 6-4 game with 1:59 to go in the first quarter play in this quarterfinal action. But it's Jonah Bissell's number 5. Number 30 is Andrew Drake. Mike Drops 14. Dalton Mitchell 22. Jeff Hart 23. Taylor Davins number 24. Jacob Sargent is number 31. Not here, but on the rosters, Blake Rogers. And again, it was an overtime win over the Pistons by the Celtics just 24 hours ago. They got them in the quarterfinals. It's a very exciting game, good ball game. But I'll tell you what, if you look at the first 4 minutes and 1 second of this basketball game, one thing the Heat are going to have to make an adjustment to is just boxing out and rebounding right now. Just a huge advantage, both offensively and defensively, rebounding to the Celtics in particular. Dalton Mitchell, number 22, the big guy for the Celtics out there. I should mention Rick Drake is the coach for the Celtics. Now the next timeout, I'll swing it over and do the Heat. I'll do the roster and the whole 9 yards. And it'll be white basketball. I just got to locate it. There's Kaz. Always fraternizing with beautiful women. See more there? Now it's going to be Celtic basketball. Hart will take it out of bounds, number 23. Jeff Hart, to be exact. Yeah. And then on the ball defense would be Kyle Arnold. And he'll get it into Mitchell, and that's the luxury of having a big guy to break the press. You can just throw up top, let him catch it. Hart will spin away from Arnold, and they'll swing the ball back over to Mitchell, and he wanted to go on the elbow, but they made Drake come all the way back near midcourt to make the catch. 1:47 to go in this first quarter of play. You can see Drake make the call. Crosby 20 goes below the screen, and they wanted to roll back, and Arnado with the good play anticipated it, made the steal, and ball on the floor. Everybody going to it. Pops free, still alive. Everybody still wrestling for it. Going to be picked up by Drake. Got it. Tied at 6. That was a great sequence of action. Boy, I got all kinds of dive-ins and fouls, and Hart will get the foul. That was number 34, Nicholas Davis, that somehow was able to keep control of that thing to bring it down the floor. And the sub, Nicholas Sweet, coming in, number 13 for the Heat. Heat are in the black uniforms. We're tied at 6, a minute 20 to go in the first quarter from the Glodzik tournament. And he faked me out. I thought he was going to go long. This is Crosby with the ball. He'll bring it back to Arnold, to Crosby, and he's looking for his second bucket, and that might have been partially tipped. It'll go off from Mitchell. Hart will pick up the loose ball, and we got a foul on Crosby. 2-0. Yeah, that's official. As Scott Crosby will pick up the foul. Hart will take it out on the baseline. Now they'll set the press up with Arnold. And you can see that the big guy again, Mitchell, just slid back and waited for his guard to come back, and that's exactly what happened. Crosby's on Drake, and Drake into the front court with 1 minute to go even in this first quarter of play. 6-6 to score, and again, if it's like the other games that took place earlier tonight, this will be right down to the wire. Oh, what a roll to the holes. All set up by a screen on the baseline, and rolled off it perfectly. Hart knocked the ball out of bounds, almost came up with a steal. 48 seconds left in the quarter, and that's going to be Sweet taking the ball out of bounds, number 13. And again, they got full court pressure being applied by the Celtics. Crosby with the catch and brings it up to Arnold. Arnold works off the screen set by Arnaudo. And oh, what a great dish inside. No, Mitchell might have intimidated the shot a little bit. That was number 22 in black, Sargent, that took the shot. And here comes Drake, 34 seconds to go. He'll put it up, and no, front rim to rebound down to Crosby. 30 seconds and counting, and he'll bring it down that far side. Go around the defender, then pull back outside the arc, go to the circle, and there's the ball fake by Arnold. Oh, passed up the three again. Crosby, and they'll play a little toss and catch, and this is a 3 ball, and that's going to be off the mark. Rebound, 5-4, and I believe it was last touched. Looks like black basketball. Yeah, it'll be the Heat basketball. They're in the black uniform. Sweet will take the ball out of bounds, and they'll just bring it into Sargent. He'll come back to Crosby and see if they'll hold for the last shot. It's 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Running one-hander, no good, and the ball will come down and be controlled by the Celtics. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. That's a loose basketball, and that's going to be the quarter. Oh, good job by both sides. As I did fail to mention, 14 Mike Drop able to get in the ballgame for the Celtics right there. But it's going to be 8-6. The Celtics with the lead as we head into the second quarter of play from the Glodzik tournament. You can see it'll be the Rutland Rec Heat with the basketball. Again, they have the black uniforms with the red lettering on it, the red numbers, and it's an 8-6 game. Celtics have the lead, but if you look at the stats, you wouldn't believe it'd be this close a ball game, only because of the amount of offensive rebounds and second chances, third chances, fourth chances that the Celtics have had. Mitchell with another rebound. He'll hand the ball off to Drake, and Drake will stop, start, spin, and give the ball back to Mitchell. Now, Mitchell not only can play inside strong, but as we saw last night against the Pistons, he can step outside and hit the jump shot. Nice play down inside by Mitchell. He will make it 10-6 now, the 4-point lead. And you see the Heat into the front court, and that's going to be Arnold with the basketball. Arnold will cross over, and boy, he doesn't want to get the 5 count. He'll start working off the screen. Oh, nice job running one-hander. Will it get the bounce? No. A couple chances. Sargent had a shot at it, and it's going to go off from drop out of bounds, and it'll be Heat basketball. So they'll get a second chance. They have not had a lot of those offensively as far as coming off a missed shot. Out there defensively is number 31, Sargent. A couple Sargents, one for each team, and that's going to be down to Sargent in the Heat. He'll wheel to the hole, try to pull the shot back. Arnaudo, and he might have got grabbed a hold of going through the paint. I believe it's going to be on the floor. I'll have to wait and see if there'll be shots. Hart with the foul and on the baseline. That's a possession foul, and the Heat will take the ball out of bounds. They're going to line up. The Heat will in that line formation when they all get together at the free throw line. And with the guy checking the ball game, they're going to have a sub come in, Jonah Bissell. He's got to go to the scores table, and here he comes. He'll check in now. And there they go. He's officially in the ball game for Hart. So Bissell in the ball game, number 5 in white for the Celtics. And that's Davis taking the ball out of bounds for the Heat. Arnold with the catch and finds Arnaudo. Nice move to the hole. Got it. Oh, it was the initial first step that blew that thing open, and he'll make it a 10-8 basketball game as the Celtic with a 2-point lead. They've done a good job against the press, the Celtics have. They really, until right there, they hadn't really turned the ball over. And then Mitchell will recover and get the basketball. He's looking for Drake, and Drake being shadowed right now by... Okay, I didn't get the call, but it's a turnover, and it's going to be the Heat basketball. And Arnold will get the ball. You see Drake back up to get his defensive posture. He wants to... Oh, he felt the screen that time as Arnaudo with a nice pick. Arnold at the arc on the elbow, brings it off on the side to Davis. He showed him the ball. There's a jump pass, comes back to Arnaudo, and it's a three-point shot just off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound will come down to Sweet. He'll pass over the top, gets it back to Arnold. He's going to wheel to the hole, and no, nice move. Sargent had it and still does, and he's going to get the bounce pass up top. It's going to be picked off by Drake. Drake front court. Drake in the paint. He's going to come around. No. Oh, the action's starting to open up and flow now. It's going to come down to Arnold. Arnold sees the big guy coming at him, and boy, great job. Oh, got a foul. Mike Drop was fouled. Number 14. Yeah, it's going to be on Sargent, number 22. It's going to be on Ian Sargent. And the ball will go out of bounds to Bissell and the Celtics. 10-8 the score. Celtics with the lead. They got the ball, and they've got it inbounds to Drake. I started to say the Celtics, number 22, Dalton Mitchell, didn't block the shot, but he certainly had the offensive player on his, had him on his mind. He intimidated the shot. A great job of working himself down into the sweet spot to take the shot. And last touch by the Heat, and the ball will belong to the Celtics. Again, this is the final quarterfinal game. Winner of this moves on to the semifinals, as we've already sent 3 teams into the semifinals. The Christ King 5th grade squad with an upset over the West Rutland 5th, 6th grade squad, coming back from a pretty good sized deficit. Oh, Mitchell with a big time varsity high school move right there. Makes it 12-8, the Celtics. And goes off from the foot of number 23, Kyle Arnold. Will be out of bounds, and the ball will belong to the Celtics. They're going to bring Hart back in for the Celtics, number 23, along with number 24, Taylor Davin. And they're going to move Bissell. No, they're going to replace Bissell with Hart, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we got the right amount of people out there. Bissell will stay in the game. Hart will replace Drop. That's who they changed. And Mitchell will go back and get the basketball. Bounce pass up ahead to Drake. He's up, and no. Rebound will come down, and here's the run the other way. Davis with the basketball. Hart right there, and no. Hung on to him. But I got to tell you, Mitchell 22, he just covered 80 feet in 3 seconds. He hustled all the way back to get that defensive rebound for the Celtics. 3 minutes to go in a half. 12-8, the Celtics with the lead. They're in the white, and they're looking to go to the semis. And that's Hart with a good square-up move. And Bissell got tied up. Did he get fouled? Sweet will get the foul. Crosby coming in the ball game for the Heat, number 20. And the ball will be on the baseline. No shots involved here. It's only the 3rd team foul, and since he wasn't in the act of shooting, they let it slide. Nice catch by Drake. Look at that running one-hander. No, off the mark. Rebound comes down and picked off. They had the offensive rebound, then they got picked off, and Arnold will go back and pick up the behind the dribble maneuver as he tried to do it, and he'll get the ball off to Crosby. Crosby catches, moves, dishes. Davis, oh, he thought about that for a long time. Sargent will come out. His bounce pass going to be the backcourt.
No, don't let it go.
Yeah, and there's the call. Yeah, it's going to be a backcourt violation, and it'll become Celtic basketball. They'll have Hart. I'm going to see where Kaz is going to put him over near the corner of the Hinchy Gym in West Rutland, Vermont, USA for the Glodzik basketball tournament.
Wait for the screen, dog.
And Crosby will be on the ball defensively, number 20. Oh, they got it inside to Drake, and he didn't get the finish. And the ball will hit the inline, and it'll go off from the Celtics. Drake out of bounds, and it'll be the Heat basketball. Yeah, they're only down 4. They've just got to get together some continuity, some fluid offense. Davis will come back. He's got the ball. He's got the arc. He's got the paint. He'll kick it off. Sargent elects not to take the shot. We'll bring it back, and you can see Arnold. Oh, that was definitely blocked. Sargent had it knocked out of his hands. Bissell will pick it up, and he'll go to Mitchell, who handed it to Drake. He didn't see Drake there at first, and then he just handed the ball down to the guard. And that was Davis that cut off the penetration. They'll go to Mitchell. He'll work against Sargent, and he'll put it up. And oh, what a! I mean, he's playing like a senior in high school. That's a beautiful move by a big guy down in the low post. 14-8, and this will be picked up by Davis. He kind of got his footing underneath him. They'll go to Sargent. One thing about the Heat is they've passed up some open looks. They're a little hesitant to take the shot, and this is Arnold with the basketball. Oh, nice pass along the baseline. He's able to recover, and it's going to be picked up off the ground. That's number 24 in white, Davin. He'll go to Hart. Hart will stop and start. I think he got the ball cup on his hip, yeah. And that was Arnold over there, number 23, that did a nice job defensively, and that'll get possession back to the Heat, and he'll be taken out of bounds by Scott Crosby. He'll come all over to Davis. Again, they just need one bucket, and they're only 4 points down. They've couldn't get the shot to drop. I think we're going to have a push from behind called. Yeah, that's what they call it. 34 will be Davis. He picked up the foul. Celtics have the ball, and they're going to have it on the inline. They're going to bring it in. They have a couple options. They're looking for and receiving it to Drake, number 30. Yeah, last night he was just so hot from the outside, but he hasn't had a lot of chances tonight to get clean looks at the bucket. It's really been Mitchell, Dalton Mitchell, 22, doing a lot of damage with his great low post moves, but his rebounding, that's going to be I think that was an attempted pass, was picked off, and with a minute to go, they'll get it in the front court. The Heat will to Crosby. Crosby circles all the way around, gets it off to Arnold. He'll make the catch, control. There's the three ball. Going to be a long rebound picked up by his teammate on that side. That's Davis, and nowhere to get the shot off as he had Dalton Mitchell right in his face. And good defense right there as he moved over and took away the open look. And there's the ball fake, the jump shot, and no. Been a long time since we've had the Heat put up a bucket, but they're only down 3 baskets right now. As Hart all the way in, no. Yeah, he's going to the line to shoot a couple. Fouled in the act of shooting. And I'll put Jeff Hart up there, number 23 for the Celtics. Again, they defeated the Pistons, another Rutland Rec team, in overtime last night. And I just knew I knew I missed a number. Cameron Book is out to number 25 for the Heat. And no, I thought I might get the second bounce, but it didn't quite go there. Now get another chance here with 30 seconds to go to try to salvage 1 and 2. That's also the 5th team foul on the Heat. And that's going to go, and he'll get 1 and 2 on a nice adjustment there in that second shot. 15-8, and they'll come up to Sargent, and he'll bring the ball back and waited for his guard to come up into play, and that's going to be Arnold, number 23. I tell you, I haven't seen Arnado in a while on it. And no, he's on the bench. He seems to be all right. Not in any foul trouble, and there's going to be a steal on that side, and Drake with the basketball looking to go to Hart, and it's going to be too much. The steal actually took place. It was Davin that made the steal, and with 10 seconds to go, plenty of time to bring the ball up into the front court and get a good shot. And if they get in with the bucket here, they have a little momentum to go into the halftime locker room. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Crosby lets it fly. That's going to be the half. And right there, the big guy making all the difference for the Rutland Celtics as they have a 15-8 lead over the Heat in the quarterfinal action on Munger Vision in the Glodzik tournament. It's going to be Celtics basketball as we get set here to start the third quarter of play. And we're going to have Jeff Hart out there, number 23. He'll look to bring the ball into play. And, well, you know, the first 3 or 4 minutes key here is they're down 7. The Heat are in the black uniforms, and they don't want to give up a run here and make it a double-digit lead and have a big hole to climb out of. They need to get a couple stops like that and convert some baskets. They have Arnado back in the basketball game. He set out quite a bit of that first half, and that's going to be way outside and off the mark, and it was last touch. Nobody. It was just a shot and out of bounds, so the ball will go over to the Celtics. And the Celtics winning in overtime over the Pistons from the Rutland Rec department to get here in this quarterfinal game against the Rutland Rec Heat. Now it's Crosby that came back and almost made a steal, and Bizzle there, and they'll get it back to Drake. Drake, number 30, pretty smooth ball handler out there, really glides, has good instincts, understands the game, and sets up the offense very well. They'll get to Hart, and they complement each other extremely well, and there's going to be a foul. It's just a matter if it's going to be shots coming up. On the floor, so it's going to be shot. It's going to be possession foul on the baseline. Hart will take the ball out of bounds. It's the first foul of the second half, and the second foul on Davis. Hart looking. There's Mitchell stepping up. Will he dunk it? No. He'll get his own rebound back up, and no. Ball batted around and it stayed in bounds and finally went off from number 5 out there. Jonah Bissell, and they'll go out of bounds. Crosby with the basketball. He's got a bucket in the ball game. He hit it early in the contest, and they really haven't. They've had shots, but they passed them up. The Heat have. Somebody's got to step forward now and take the shots. Davis open, and then you see that 2-3 zone that they're playing out there, I believe. Yeah. And they'll swing it around. Davis let the defender go by. Stepped up a little closer, and no. Put back, no, that was Sargent with the opportunity and just a little bit off the mark, trying to bank it up and in. And here comes the quick push and the ball to Hart, intercepted by Crosby, stays in bounds. He's got a 3-on-0. He'll line it up and knock it down. So they'll get a steal and then get the basket, and that'll cut the lead to 5 at 15-10. And we'll follow Coach Sullivan over, and we'll read you his roster for the Rutland Rec Heat as he'll get him in position. I'll lock down the camera, and I can tell you right now for the Heat, in the black uniforms with the red trim, they have Joe Sullivan, number 3. Number 13 is Nicholas Sweet. Scott Crosby's number 20. Paul Arnaudo, 21. Ian Sargent wears 22. 23 is Kyle Arnold, and Cameron Books, 25. And Nicholas Davis is number 34. And to get here to the quarterfinals game, they defeated Rutland Town's 6th grade. And just reset the stage. We're at 4:32 left to play in the third quarter. It's 15-10. The Celtics with the lead. And they should have the ball coming out of this timeout. There's one team foul, and that is on the Heat. Chris Sullivan, the head coach. And that pretty much sums it up. Like I said, the winner here moves on to the semifinals, where Castleton has already advanced. The Christ the King 5th grade squad has advanced, and the Rutland City Rec Bulls have advanced. So they'll need one more team to finish that dance partnership, and they're looking for, I'm not really sure. Oh, they wanted to tuck his shirt. I didn't know what the referee was talking about, and they wanted the jerseys tucked in, and they will do so. So we'll see how they handle the press. That's going to be Hart trying to bring the ball into play, and as Crosby was on the ball, and Arnaudo almost made the steal. Yeah, they're going to Mitchell, and Arnaudo with a good effort knocked the ball out of bounds and almost was able to keep it in play. So Hart will take it out on the corner now for the Celtics in those white uniforms trimmed out in green. They get the ball to Drake. He's got nothing but open court ahead of him, and he will get the finish this time. 17-10, lead back to 7 for the Celtics. No press this time for Arnold to navigate up the court and gives it off to Davis. And he thought about that shot. That's drop out to number 14, Crosby. No. Rebound Crosby, a little strong. And Mitchell will have the ball tipped to him, and he'll cross the timeline with it. Look for the guard to give the ball up to, and gets it to Hart. Stumbles forward, and he was fouled by, I believe, Arnold. 23 will be called. Yes, Kyle Arnold will be called for the foul, and the ball will go out of bounds to Jeff Hart and those Rutland Rec Celtics. And again, Celtics had a big lead last night going into the fourth quarter and ended up having to go to overtime to win it. So, I mean, no game is over until it's over. These things can switch real quick here. Talking about young people who can have a struggle for a couple quarters and all of a sudden, boom, everything just works for them. And they'll give the ball back to Arnaudo, and a little bounce pass on the elbow, and they'll give it back to Crosby. And again, he wanted to dribble it off from Mike Drop's foot. It's going to be Heat basketball. They'll have it on the baseline, and they're going to set up the box formation, and they're looking for something open inside. Didn't happen. They came to Crosby. Crosby goes around the defender and trying to get a handle on the ball was the biggest problem right there. There's the ball fake, and Arnold with the crossover, the running one-hander off the glass. Nice smooth. Boy, it was that smooth crossover on the dribble that opened up the shooting hand, and he makes it 17-12. So again, they're only down 5 points, but it seems like a game that's been dominated by the Celtics, but yet they're only up by 5. And that was a 3-point attempt by Hart that'll go out of bounds, and it'll become Heat basketball. They're going to bring Davin back in, number 24, for the Celtics, and I think also Jacob Sargent coming in the ball game. So they're at the scores table getting set to check in for the Celtics. This will be Arnold, and he'll go to Arnaudo, back to Arnold, and he'll take the shot now. And even on the miss, you got to take some shots, and we have a collision, and a foul will be called on Arnaudo. 21, yeah, with the push. And nobody in any foul trouble, really, for either side. And it is going to be 31 Jacob Sargent and 24 Taylor Davin coming in for the Celtics. And then coming in will be Book, Cameron Book, 25 coming in for the Heat. So all the subs are in place and everybody's set to go. And there'll be no pressure in the backcourt this time. We've seen a couple of different looks from the Heat. And they did press early in this quarter. We're at 2:51 to go in the quarter, in the third quarter, but they'll pull back now. And boy, look at that stop and start acceleration by Drake, and then the rebound by Mitchell, and count it, the big guy in there cleaning the glass again. And that'll be on Ian Sargent to fall, and that will send Dalton Mitchell to the line. And again, he's just been a wrecking ball in there on the boards, really dominating the glass. And that pushes lead to 7 with a chance to make it 8 here on the made free throw. And that'll be perfect. So he completes the three-point play, and again, having a huge night. 20-12, an 8-point lead. And it's at that juncture of the ball game where a little run or a mini rally by the Celtics could really make this uncomfortable for the Heat. They need a bucket down the floor, and Hart will just be a step short. Made a nice move, anticipated the pass, got a hand on the ball, and we'll have Sweet number 13 and Arnaudo 21 coming back in the ball game for the Heat. And all is taking place with 2:27 to go in the third quarter. Ball handed to Sweet, and he'll just bring it into Arnold. And Arnold, for the most part of the game, he's been the point guard, and he'll go down to Arnaudo. He'll kick it back to Sweet, and see that defense slide out on him. They're playing a zone, as I had to make sure when they sent the ball around that was going to be a zone. And boy, they had Arnaudo in the middle of the floor and just didn't give him the basketball. Crosby with the up fake goes by Davin, running one-hander will go as he got over the top of Mitchell that time, who jumped out to make the block, and a nice adjustment on the shot, and the bucket will drop. And again, down just 6, but they need some defensive stops now. As Drake goes to the left side, works for the screen. The screen opens up, they come back to Dalton. He'll get in the paint, kick it off, and Sargent shot caught and dropped in by Dalton Mitchell. And I'll tell you, again, he's got the physique of a high school player already, and he's got the understanding of the strategies and the philosophies and where to be on the floor of a high school player, if not even higher than that, and having a big night. Very impressive player is Dalton Mitchell, number 22, for the Celtics in white. And we're down to 1:21, and it's a 22-14 ball game. And boy, see, he totally stopped Crosby in his tracks, and he'll kick the ball back, and Arnold set, didn't fire, gets it to Crosby. He'll put it up and won't get the bounce to go his way, and gonna have a foul. Yeah, it might be on Book. 2-0, no, it's gonna be on Crosby. He'll get the foul, and that'll be ball on the baseline to the Celtics. And coming in for Arnold for the Heat will be number 34, and it's gonna be Nicholas Davis. That's Davis on the ball, trying to deny the inbound pass, and then Drake came back, and boy, he just motors. He's got a V8 engine there. He can get down the floor. Oh, look at that great athletic move. The throw back, and another great athletic move. Oh, 2 tremendous plays to save the ball. Once from going out of bounds, and once from going on backcourt, and the bucket by Dalton. They're going to issue a... Yeah, they're going to, he caught the ball and passed it out of bounds, and that's a warning to Mitchell. No foul or anything. And that pushes the lead down to the first double-digit lead of the basketball game at 24-14. And this is, like I said, they're right in that danger zone of sliding away, and the Heat going to make a little run here. But Davis able to recover the ball. Will come to Arnaudo, and Arnaudo up top near the logo at midcourt. His pass is going to be completed. It just took a long route to get there, and we have a foul on the floor. That'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go. And Davin will pick up the foul. Yeah, and they're going to bring the ball on the baseline. They're looking for Crosby. Came all the way around the screen. He was fouled there by Drake. And, boy, nice job of saving a couple players for the Heat in the same spot, same place, and almost turned into a turnover. And it's going to be Davis letting it fly. Nope, long shot, long rebound will come down to Crosby. Crosby will turn left, turn right, and keep the dribble alive. There's a screen set by Davis. Crosby and Drake now going back to Davis. And Crosby for a long three-pointer. It's going to count at the buzzer. Oh, they need that. And that could be something that could get them juiced for the fourth quarter, as they'll be down 7, 24-17. Again, just a 7-point spread after Crosby hit that long NBA three, making it 24-17. And the Heat have the ball to start this fourth quarter. And boy, a basket here could make it real interesting. And it'll be Bissell with the basketball. He'll go to Hart. Hart likes that up-tempo. I like that about him. He wants to get the push. There's the penetration, and we've got travel called. And that will bring, no, we've had a lot of different looks from both of the teams tonight defensively. This time there'll be no pressure by the Celtics, and it'll be Arnold that brought the ball down to Davis. His running one-hander was, well, it became a pass, and Sargent made it count. Now it's 24-19. Here comes Drake. Once he broke the press, he's in the open court. He's just lethal out there. Bissell with a nice move to get around the defender, gives it back to Drake, and he wants to go baseline. And you see how that Crosby keeps just enough space so you get too close, and a guy like Drake will go right around you. That's why you got to keep a little bit of space there. That's going to go off from his foot. He'll say, oh, he slid out of bounds. And look at that. It's a 5-point lead and a turnover. And look, the Heat are right back in the basketball game. And it's Davis, number 34. Nick Davis will bring it into Kyle Arnold, and Arnold will bring it up. Again, a lot of time, 5 minutes to go. And I tell you, it was a whole new looking Heat after that three-pointer went through at the buzzer at the end of the third quarter. They'll slide out on Hart. There's the baseline. They set the screen. Crosby came around. Gave it back to Arnold. Arnold at the top of the arc needs some help. Somebody's got to come to the basketball, and just a tough pass to complete. They're looking for Arnado, and a lot of white jerseys between him and the ball. That's tipped, and going to go to Bissell, and he double dribbled. Yes. So each team, they're anxious here in the fourth quarter. Some turnovers, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Coach Sullivan. And I will follow. See, I think the last time I read the roster, I read the Heat roster, so I'll bring it over to the Celtics, and we'll lock down on them. And I will tell you, the Glodzik roster for the Celtics, they have number 5, Jonah Bissell. Number 30 is Andrew Drake. Mike Dropper is 14. Dalton Mitchell is 22. Jeff Hart is 23. Taylor Davin is 24. Jacob Sargent, 31. He's not here tonight, but he's on the roster. It's Blake Rogers. And again, in overtime last night, the Celtics beat the Pistons. That's how they earned their shot here in the quarterfinals. And they are up by 5, looking to go to the semifinals. And they're only 4:33 away from that. And team fouls, Celtics in good shape. They only have the 1 team foul. And 5 team fouls on the Heat. So that was Coach Sullivan taking a timeout for the Heat, and we'll see what he came up with here. As he's going to have Crosby in the back court with Davis. He's brought Sargent into the front court. He's got Arnold already in the front court and Arnado. So a different look altogether, especially with Crosby bringing the ball up the court. That's going to be Arnold back to Crosby. But I tell you, he's hit one long distance shot, and he had an open look there, and that ball's going to be picked up by Bissell. Bissell up ahead to Hart. Hart with a tough handle. Great job of bringing the ball down under control to the hole, up, and no. Oh, look at that. Just so tough. He's going to be quick to the ball, step, and he might travel. And he might have got fouled. Before the shot. Okay, so there'll be no shots. That'll be the 6th foul, though. So the next foul that is committed by the Heat will be shots, be the bonus. And Sargent's going to come out, and Book came in. Cameron Book, number 25. And Sweet 13, Nicholas Sweet coming in also for the Heat. And I'm waiting to see who's coming out. So Arnold will come out, number 23. Kyle Arnold. He'll take a breather for right now. And it'll be basketball on the baseline. They ran a stack formation, the Celtics did. Dalton Mitchell, a little strong. Rebound. Drop called for the foul on the Celtics. That's only going to be their 3rd team foul. Yeah, now the press. You can see that they're denying the ball to Crosby, and somebody had to come back, and it was Arnado came back. And now he'll go back to Davis. Davis quickly to the arc, to the elbow. Davis will come back to Arnado. And he'll just give the little bounce pass back. In the corners, Crosby, chance to launch, and got it. 3-pointer for Crosby. I think that's his 3rd of the game. It's definitely the 2nd of this half. I think he had one in the first half, and it cuts the lead back down to 2 at 24-22. Again, they're doing just enough to stick around. That's not going to bounce their way. Off from the head of one of the players, comes down to the Heat, and they'll get the pass over the top. And Book, Cameron Book. Oh, it's set on the rim, and look at the rebound by Dalton Mitchell. Then he'll bring it down the floor himself. He's going to attack the hole off the glass. Beautiful. Nobody joined him on the break. He waited very patiently, and then he decided just to slide off his defender, and that was huge basket. It made it from a 2-point game to a 4-point game. They'll come to Sweet back, and that's going to be Davis to Crosby in the corner. Book back to Crosby, and getting their work in the perimeter. Some nice passing going on right now. 2:53 to go. They don't have to panic. They're only down 4. Crosby will throw to Arnaudo. Arnaudo. Davis steps inside, goes to the free throw line, front rimmed it, and the rebound again. He's got to be around 20 rebounds. I'm talking about Dalton Mitchell, number 22. Hart. No. Mitchell steps to the hole, up and fouled. You see what he did so well there? I mean, besides get the rebound, he stepped back to the basket. I mean, I'm not just saying he's got the moves of a high school player. He's very well schooled. Very polished and knows what he's doing down in the low post. So he'll get set, and that first shot will be up and a little bit strong. And Davin 24 coming in, 31 coming in is Sargent. These are both Celtic changes. And then Arnold coming back in, number 23 for the Heat in the black. Down 4. And the second shot will, nope, rim out on him. Rebound by Carr as Hart battled him for it. Then the behind the back dribble, pretty nifty move. And here comes Arnold. Gets it to over to Crosby, and they had him pretty well covered. Oh, up and under and in! Count it! Arnaudo, a shovel shot. And you know what? And I think he did this completely on purpose. He went up with a normal looking layup and then brought the ball down and up underneath like Dave Walker used to do for MSJ in the 70s, because he knew that the shot blocker, Dalton Mitchell, was right there. He drew the foul, 26-24. Celtics up by 2, 2:20 to go in the basketball game. And Arnaudo with a chance to make it a 1-point game. No. Had a chance. Little long, little strong. Here comes Hart. Hart. Oh, man, there's a lot of things you could call there. I don't know what they're going to come up with, but he had some NBA steps there. And Sweet will pick up the foul, and that will send Hart to the line. And again, it's trivial. I mean, it's just beating it to death, but shots at this point in the game, these are huge free throws for both teams. 26-24, they don't get any bigger than right now. Is Hart taking his time? Up and got it. Absolutely a perfect looking shot. Makes it 27-24. It's the 8th team foul also. I mean, he's fouling the act of shooting, but they're at 8 fouls now, the Heat are. Boy, good looking free throw shooter. Somebody's worked with him on that, and that's nice shots. 28-24, lead back to 4 for the Celtics. I see Arnold. Goes to Arnaudo. He'll step to the hole, and nope. Nice move, though. Strong move to the hole, and here comes Drake. Drake into the front court. Drake all the way over to Dalton Mitchell. He'll put it on the floor. See him wheel, get the inside position with his body. Oh, my goodness, unstoppable. Unstoppable. I don't have a tally, but he's got to have a triple-triple. That triple-double. I'm only joking around. He's got to have double digits in points, in rebounds. And he's got to be close to it. He could be around 7 assists. Crosby won't get the bounce. And Dalton Mitchell with a 1 and out this time. 1:26 to go. And now you got to start really thinking about, you're down, well, I say 2 possessions, because if you get 2 3-pointers, you've got 6 points. They almost got the steal. They'll swing the ball down, blocked, and it will come down to the floor. They'll fight for it, and it's going to stay down this into the floor with the Celtics. As Sargent 22, Ian Sargent, I'm talking about the Heat, and 34, Nicholas Davis come back in the basketball game. I'm sorry to say, though, if they get the ball in bounds, you can't really let them run down a ton of time before you guys start thinking about fouling them. That hit the back of the pipe. That's going to be... Okay, so what had happened? Yeah, what happened was the ball was deflected off from a Heat player and then hit the backboard pipe. That holds up the backboard, and that's out of bounds. It goes right back to the Celtics. What I started to say is you don't really want to foul Mitchell because he's a good free throw shooter. Oh, that's a great shot. Oh, Sargent with a big rebound. Here comes Davis. He's looking to turn, wants to kick it back. There's the catch. And that ball tipped around. Oh, that's a big turnover. Should be, oh, they're going to go black basketball. No, they're going to go white. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's big because they had possession down 4, and then they lost possession, and there's the foul, yeah. And the thing that the Celtics did very well there by design was either Mitchell or Drake were going to have the ball in their possession to get fouled, or even Hart's a good free throw shooter. But in that position right there, Mitchell brought the ball into Drake, he got fouled, and he got him at the line, and he's a pretty good free throw shooter. So 43 seconds to go, and still a tight game. It's the 9th team foul. This will just be the 1-and-1. As Andrew Drake at the line. And got it. Tell you, the technique and the release on some of these young players is just nice to watch. That's a nice looking free throw. As he gets set, settles in, the second shot will be up and just as good as the first one. 32-24. 8 points in 43 seconds. That's a pretty tall order. Good ball game, so all the way through, and there's going to be Dab, and almost had to steal. Crosby up and got it! Oh my goodness! The further out he gets, the better he shoots. Clock is running, 26 seconds, and they'll get the ball in, and they had to fall, yeah. And Hart, as we've already seen earlier in this quarter, yeah, very good free throw shooter, so Hart will be heading to the free throw line. And again, it's a 5-point lead right now, and it's going to be 2 shots. That's the 10th team foul. So take a look at Coach Sullivan over his shoulder here as he talks to his troops. But you got to figure, even if he makes 1 or 2, that's going to make it a 6-point game. Like I said, with 2 threes, it's only a 2-possession game, but 23 seconds, not a lot of time to work with. That's going to be the 3rd foul on Carr, number 30, on Davis. I'm sorry, number 34, Davis. I think Davis picked up his 3rd foul. Other than that, Celtics were able to maintain a lead. At one point, they did have it in double digits. And gives the Heat a lot of credit. They were resilient. They stuck with it. They were able to cut the lead down to 4 points a couple times, but they just couldn't quite get it up over the hump. It's only at 5 right now, and I've seen more impossible things happen. So the Celtics will be coming out of their huddle. They'll be going into the free throw line, and Jeff Hart, will be the number 23. And again, earlier in the ballgame, we got to see his good free throw shooting technique, and he's got 2 shots coming up. As he settles in, Hart. Again, look at the nice patience, not rushing it, taking his time, bending the knees, and swishing it. He is 3 for his last 3 free throws. And that old cliche at crunch time, puts the lead at 6, and this will make it a 3-possession game, and he will be up and perfect. Absolutely flawless. Oh, he can't pass it to himself, yeah. He started to make a move. Davis did. Now the clock will start. They'll go down to Arnado. He'll kick the ball back. There's the fake. And now they got to be thinking long-distance shots now. That'll be off the mark. Mitchell will have it. What a fitting way to end it. He'll get the rebound. He'll get it out to Drake, and boy, Crosby came real close to the steal. He might have to, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's going to be a foul. Yeah, it's going to be on, I think Crosby. I'm waiting. 2-0. Yeah, Crosby will pick up the foul. Now, unofficially, I had Crosby as 4 3-pointers. And some of them were from, like I said, NBA distance. And it's going to send Drake to the line with just 5 seconds to go. And so the 4th and final team to make it into the semifinals will be the Rutland Rec Department Celtics. And they defeated the Rec Pistons the other night, and tonight they'll defeat the Recreation Department Heat, and that's going to be good from Drake. And boy, I tell you, one thing going into the semifinals, and you can see two areas they dominated in rebounding, both offensively and defensively, and free throw lines. They shot tremendous percentage from the field. 2 seconds, 1 second, and will they get one more? Nope. And it'll be the Celtics in the Final 4 here. They'll go to the semifinals. We'll get the players of the game from Pat Lahan. And a great effort by the Heat. Like I said, they just kept battling and battling and battling.
The Rutland Red Bulls will face Christ King Fifth. at 5:30, and Glodzik in 6th grade will play the Celtics at 7 p.m. Okay, we will have player of the game for both teams, and congratulations to Celtics, and the Heat will go ahead afterwards and get their pins, and we'll expect them back all week to watch what's happening. Okay. For the Munger marquee, player of the game, number 20, Glodzik. For the Munger Celtics, player of the game, number 23, Jeffrey Hall. Okay, Heat, go on and get your pennants.